Welcome to our channel. Today, we delve into the intricate and controversial topic of election interference surrounding Donald Trump. From allegations of foreign meddling to claims of domestic manipulation, this issue has sparked heated debates and significant legal battles. We will also explore the positive attributes of Donald Trump and why he could be the unifying force in the next election. Furthermore, we examine why the media's misrepresentation, especially surrounding events like January 6th, has led to widespread misinformation and how these actions constitute election interference. We will use the unity scale to evaluate each point, showing the impact of these actions on unity and division. 1. Positive attributes of Trump. Donald Trump has demonstrated a number of positive attributes that have appealed to a broad base of American voters. Economic achievements. Pro-unity. Under Trump's administration, the U.S. experienced record low unemployment rates, especially among minority groups. His economic policies, including tax cuts and deregulation, contributed to a robust economy prior to the pandemic. Example: African American and Hispanic unemployment rates reached historic lows, showcasing the broad economic impact of Trump's policies. Criminal justice reform. Pro-unity. The First Step Act, a bipartisan effort, addressed significant issues in the criminal justice system and helped reduce recidivism rates. Example: thousands of nonviolent offenders were released early, and programs were put in place to help them reintegrate into society. Foreign policy successes. Pro-unity. Trump negotiated better trade deals, reduced tensions with North Korea, and facilitated historic peace agreements in the Middle East. Example: the Abraham Accords, normalizing relations between Israel and several Arab nations, were a significant diplomatic achievement. Direct communication. Pro-unity. By using social media, Trump communicated directly with the American people, bypassing traditional media filters that often skewed his messages. Example: Trump's use of Twitter allowed him to share his thoughts and policies directly with millions of followers, ensuring his message was unfiltered. 2. Media misrepresentation. The mainstream media has often misrepresented Trump, contributing to a negative public perception. January 6 context. Pro-hate. Trump's call for peaceful protest was taken out of context, leading to a distorted narrative about his role in the events of January 6th. Example: Trump's statement, "I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard," was frequently omitted from media coverage. Bias and selective reporting. Pro-hate. Media outlets have focused predominantly on negative aspects of Trump's presidency, often ignoring positive developments and successes. Example: positive economic indicators and successful diplomatic initiatives were often underreported or overshadowed by negative coverage. Accountability. Pro-unity. There is a growing call for media to be held liable for spreading misinformation and influencing public opinion unfairly. Example: the pervasive negative coverage and the perpetuation of unfounded claims, like Russian collusion, have been challenged and debunked, yet they influence public perception significantly. 3. Election interference by media. Biased media coverage can significantly influence public perception and election outcomes. Influence on public perception. Pro-hate. Misleading reporting can sway voters and undermine democratic processes. Example: continuous negative coverage of Trump's presidency created a biased public narrative that influenced voter opinions and decisions. Democrat Party strategy. Pro-hate. The media's support for the Democratic agenda often involves deceptive practices to gain an advantage. Example: media outlets disproportionately covered negative stories about Trump while minimizing or ignoring controversies surrounding Democratic candidates. Labeling the opposition pro-hate, the Democratic Party could be viewed as the deception party due to their reliance on misleading information to gain a political edge. Example: the persistent push of narratives like the Trump-Russia collusion, despite a lack of substantial evidence, exemplifies the use of misinformation to influence elections. 4. Unity through policy. Trump's policies have the potential to unite diverse groups of Americans. Economic policies. Pro-unity. Initiatives to boost the economy can help bridge gaps between different social and economic groups. Example: tax cuts for individuals and businesses spurred economic growth and job creation, benefiting a wide range of Americans. Healthcare and education. Pro-unity. Plans to improve healthcare accessibility and reform the education system. Example: efforts to reduce prescription drug prices and promote school choice aimed at improving quality. and access to essential services. National security pro-unity. Strengthening national security through responsible immigration policies and a robust defense system. Example, enhance border security measures and increase funding for the military. Aim at protecting American interests. 5. Comparison with Democratic candidates. When compared to leading Democratic figures, Trump's appeal to anti-establishment voters becomes more evident. Policy differences pro-unity. Contrasting Trump's policies with those of Democratic candidates highlights his unique approach. Example, Trump's focus on deregulation and economic freedom contrasts with proposals for increased government control and regulation from some Democratic candidates. Public trust pro-unity. Many voters trust Trump's direct communication over the perceived manipulation by the media and the Democratic Party. Example, despite media bias, Trump's consistent messaging on social media fostered a loyal base of supporters who valued his unfiltered communication. 6. Future implications for American unity. Trump's potential to unify Americans lies in addressing their core concerns and focusing on common goals. Rebuilding trust pro-unity. Rebuilding trust in the electoral process and media is crucial for national unity. Example, ensuring transparent and fair elections, free from media bias and misinformation, is essential for restoring public confidence. Common goals pro-unity. Identifying and pursuing common goals can help bridge political divides. Example, focusing on economic growth, job creation, and national security can unite Americans around shared priorities. Policy over personality pro-unity. Focusing on the impacts of policies rather than personality politics is essential for fostering a unified nation. Example, highlighting the tangible benefits of Trump's policies, such as economic growth and criminal justice reform, can transcend partisan divides. 7. Media accountability and the impact of misinformation. The role of media in shaping public perception and its accountability for misinformation. Impact of misinformation pro-hate. How media narratives can lead to real-world consequences, including violence and public unrest. Example, the media's portrayal of events like January 6th contributed to a divided public and heightened tensions. Assassination attempt pro-hate. The role of media in creating a hostile environment that led to an assassination attempt on Trump. Example, persistent negative coverage and inflammatory comparisons to historical tyrants contributed to an environment where violence against Trump was seen as justified by some. Holding media accountable pro-unity. The need for legal and regulatory measures to ensure media outlets are held responsible for spreading false information. Example, proposals for stronger libel laws and regulatory oversight to prevent the spread of misinformation and protect public trust. 8. The path forward. Strategies for moving forward and ensuring a unified and informed electorate. Promoting media literacy pro-unity. Educating the public on how to critically evaluate news sources and discern factual information from biased reporting. Example, programs and initiatives aimed at improving media literacy and encouraging critical thinking. Supporting independent journalism pro-unity. Encouraging the growth of independent media outlets that provide balanced and unbiased reporting. Example, supporting platforms and journalists committed to ethical reporting and transparency. Engaging in constructive dialogue pro-unity. Fostering a culture of respectful and informed political discourse. Example, initiatives and forums that promote dialogue and understanding between different political viewpoints. Conclusion, by examining these factors, it becomes evident that Trump's anti-establishment stance, policy successes, and direct communication style offer a unique blend of attributes that could appeal to a broad spectrum of voters. The Unity Party fully endorses Trump, recognizing that he has been treated unfairly and is, in fact, the closest thing to unity possible in this political climate. We must strive for a media environment that values truth, unity, and constructive dialogue, holding accountable those who seek to deceive and divide. If you found this video insightful, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth discussions. Unity Scale, pro-hate, content that promotes division and hostility. Pro-unity, content that fosters understanding and cooperation.